rise for the Lebanese national anthem. مساء الخير. حضرة العميد، حضرات العمداء المشاركين والمساعدين، الأطباء الأساتذة، حضرات الأهالي، الطلاب الأعزاء، أيها الحفل الكريم. يقول الشاعر: إن أردت الشفاء فاقصد طبيباً حاذقاً ذا لطافة وذكاء، واحترس أن يكون فظاً غليظاً، إن لطف الطبيب نصف الدواء. أهلاً بكم في حفل المعطف الأبيض لتلاميذ الطب في الجامعة الأمريكية في بيروت. إنه الوقت الذي يجتمع فيه الطلاب الذين هم على وشك بدء عامهم الثالث من التدريب الطبي وأول عامين من التدريب السريري للاحتفال مع أسرهم وأساتذتهم بهذا الانتقال الذي سيقومون به، وبالفعل سيكون انتقالاً هاماً جداً. أن ترعى شخصاً آخر، أن تضع مصلحة شخص آخر قبل مصلحتك، لا يوجد شرف أكبر من هذا، ربما لأنه يتعارض مع الغريزة الأساسية والبدائية للإنسان، الحفاظ على الذات. إن الحياة تزخر بأشخاص يبددون حياة الآخرين من أجل راحتهم. أمراء الحرب يفعلون ذلك طوال الوقت، لكن لحسن الحظ تزخر الحياة أيضاً بالأشخاص الذين هم على استعداد للتخلي عن حياتهم من أجل راحة الآخرين. الأمهات والآباء يفعلون ذلك طوال الوقت. كل شخص آخر هو في مكان ما بين هذين الطرفين. إذن أين يكمن الطبيب على هذا المسار الممتاز من المصلحة الذاتية؟ تأخذون على عاتقكم خدمة الآخرين لمدى الحياة. بماذا ستتكلمون وعن الكثير منه؟ الوقت بعيداً عن عائلتك وأصدقائك، والوقت بعيداً عن الشغل وعن كتابك المفضل، وحتى الوقت بعيداً عن نفسك. هل ستتخلون عن ساعات من التأكيد؟ مريض القلب أو الشخص الذي يبدو أن صداعه يزداد سوءاً؟ هل ستتحلون بالصبر أطناناً منه لمريض السكري الذي يرفض القبول أن الخبز هو من السكريات حتى لو لم يكن طعمه حلواً؟ هل ستتحلون بضبط النفس في الكثير من المواقف لذلك الابن الذي يلومك على كل شيء سيء يحدث لوالدته، على الرغم من أنك متأكد من أنك فعلت كل شيء على أكمل وجه؟ هل ستتحلون بالتفهم بشكل لا يقاس لذلك المريض الغاضب اللي بفش خلقه فيك والذي لا يقول أبداً شكراً لك وأنت تقول لا بأس، ليس على المريض حرج؟ هل ستتخلون عن الراحة بالتأكيد لذلك المريض الذي تحاول إنقاذ ساقه وتقف في غرفة العمليات لمدة 7 ساعات كاملة وأنت تشعر بالامتنان أنك تستطيع الوقوف على ساقيك الاثنتين؟ هل ستتخلون عن الطعام طوال الوقت؟ في العام الماضي سألني أحد الطلاب عما إذا كان هناك استراحة غداء في المستشفى. أجبت أن سيكون لديك وقت لتناول الطعام، لكن ذلك هو امتياز وليس حقا. عندما تكون رعاية المريض على المحك سيتعين على الغداء الانتظار. سوف تعطون ذلك وأكثر بكثير، ليس فقط كطلاب ولكن طوال مسيرتكم الطويلة في هذه المهنة النبيلة. وهذه المهنة النبيلة كما هي سوف تعطيكم في المقابل، ليس كثروة أو مكانة اجتماعية أو رتبة مهنية أو جوائز أو شهرة، ولكن كشعور عظيم وغير مسبوق بالإنجاز وتحقيق الذات، وهذا شعور قلة هم من يختبرونه. إذن يا طلاب الأعزاء، انظروا إلى الأمام وسترون دربكم يتجسد أمام أعينكم ويدعوكم ويقودكم إلى مصيركم. انظروا إلى الوراء وسترون وتعتزون بجميع التجارب السابقة التي صنعت ما أنتم عليه اليوم. انظروا إلى يساركم وإلى يمينكم وسترون الأشخاص الذين سيشاركونكم مستقبلهم والرفاق الذين سيدعمونكم ويعتمدون عليكم. انظروا إلى الأعلى وسترون السماء التي ستكون الحد الأقصى لكم وطموحاتكم. ولا تنسوا أبداً أن تنظروا إلى الأسفل وأن تتمعنوا بتواضع في الأرض التي يجب أن تزرعوا فيها أقدامكم دائماً، والأرض التي ستجذركم في جامعتكم ومجتمعكم ووطنكم. اليوم سوف تؤدون قسم أبقراط، وهو قسم رمزي يمثل المسؤوليات التي أنتم على وشك تسلمها والتي أنا متأكدة من استعدادكم لها. اليوم تدخلون هذه القاعة كطلاب وتخرجون منها كأطباء متدربين وزملاء لنا. مرحبا بكم في هذه الحياة الطبية وهنيئا لكم. I would like to ask Dr. Kamal Badr, the Executive Associate Dean for Medical Education, to introduce our keynote speaker.
Thank you, Zena. And I'd like to welcome you all to this wonderful occasion. And I take great pleasure in introducing our new Dean of the Faculty of Medicine. Dr. Raymond Sawaya graduated from our sister university, St. Joseph, back in 1974, I'm going to say that. He completed residency in neurosurgery at New York, and then the University of Cincinnati College of Medicine. He was chief resident in neurosurgery at Johns Hopkins and visiting scientist in surgical neurology at the NIH. Dr. Sawaya was appointed as the Raja Khoury Dean of the Faculty of Medicine and Vice President for Medical Affairs at AUB, effective October 1, 2021. After being a professor and the founding chair of the Department of Neurosurgery at the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center since 1990. So almost 30 years. He was also the director of the Brain Tumor Center at MD Anderson Cancer Center, and he chaired the Department of Neurosurgery at Baylor College of Medicine for 9 years, from 2005 to 2014. Dr. Sawaya has received numerous awards, including the Joseph Evans Award in Neurosurgery at the University of Cincinnati, the Charles Wilson Award from the National Brain Tumor Society. He has also served on numerous medical journals and is frequently requested as a national and international lecturer and consultant in neurosurgery. He has published more than 300 manuscripts, 45 book chapters. He edited 11 books. Recently, Dr. Sawaya was given the honor of being appointed a professor emeritus at the MD Anderson Cancer Center. And I would like to quote from the Chief Medical Officer of MD Anderson in his letter of appointment, that Dr. Sawaya was appointed Professor Emeritus in recognition of more than 30 years as a well-respected leader, clinician, and educator responsible for elevating neurosurgical oncology service nationally and worldwide through developing and leading a team of world-class talent and tackling some of the most challenging questions in brain cancer treatment. You have truly made an everlasting impact in advancing clinical practice. For us, Ray Sawaya is a ray of light in the midst of a dark tunnel from where he will lead us to a bright future for the Faculty of Medicine, which under his leadership will undoubtedly continue its 155-year uninterrupted tradition of excellence in medicine. Dr. Sawaya.
Thank you, Dr. Badr. We are so fortunate, you are so fortunate to have Dr. Badr, Dr. Kanafani, Dr. Ramzi Sabra to lead us with their experience, wisdom, knowledge, care. We are truly fortunate. Thank you, Kamal, for this generous introduction. I asked him to keep it brief. He didn't listen. This is my first white coat ceremony, so it's not only special for you, it's special for me also. Congratulations on getting to this point. So, dear members of Med 3 class, congratulations on reaching this meaningful milestone that brings you at the heart of your medical training, learning how to interact with your patients and helping them during a most vulnerable time in their lives. And you're going to be there for them. Earlier this year, I shared with you words of wisdom that were meant to focus your attention and efforts on meaningful aspects of your preparedness towards a successful medical career. Today, I chose to pick up on 3 themes that are most relevant to the oath you are about to take. These pertain to professionalism, resilience, and leadership. The white coat is most symbolic of the medical profession. All professions, as the term implies, aspire to some degree of professional attributes that include respectful behavior, expert knowledge, mature communication, and proper demeanor. To be professional, you have to exhibit all of these. However, in medicine, there is the added devotion to our patients, whose personal interests are given first priority. Our own self-interest takes a backstage to our patients' self-interest. This is demonstrated through your empathy towards the vulnerable and by acquiring superior listening and communication skills. Remember, you are the ones who are spending years to study and understand complex biologic phenomena. And they depend on you to translate that knowledge in terms that they can grasp and deal with. Medical professionalisms also include medical ethics that guide your behavior and decision-making by shielding your patients from being taken advantage of, either for personal financial gains or in abusing their vulnerability in intimate relations with them. By applying these fundamental principles, physicians have earned over the centuries the trust and the respect of society. Breaking this trust will undermine your status as a worthy member of society and can be very hard to amend. That is why there is no space for exceptions. What I just described to you is the norm and the expectation under all circumstances. I know you will live up to it. As to resilience, it is the ability to withstand pressure and injuries and be able to recover from them. The physical form of resilience is the easiest one to relate to. Being up all night, tending to sick patients, and still mastering the energy and strength to continue with your duties the next day. Or being on an extremely busy service and have to prepare and take a crucial board exam. This probably sounds very familiar. It takes resilience to be able to face those challenges and succeed. Mental and emotional forms of resilience, on the other hand, are much less understood or appreciated. By the nature of the profession, you will be witness to human tragedies spanning a wide spectrum, from injuries sustained during a procedure that you happen to be present when it happened, to, in the extreme, the loss of a human life. Traditional teaching and cultures have tendency to overlook the impact of such traumatic events on your psyche by suggesting that you toughen up. Life, in fact, does teach us to toughen up in the face of adversities. However, this comes at a cost. Not recognizing and managing such emotions will take its toll and weigh you down. These inner conflicts can manifest themselves through detachment and aloofness, or anger and aggressiveness. They can even be the source of clinical depression. They must be managed in the best way you know. Suppressing those feelings is not the answer. So the earlier you really are in touch with your feelings on this subject, the earlier you are able to manage them. They must be managed, and suppressing is not the answer. Bringing them up with trusted mentors and role models is very important and highly recommended. And these are not matters for public consumption, but rather in private and intimate settings. These experiences can be cumulative and hurtful. You may ignore the first or the second one, but because of the nature of what you are going to face day after day, week after week, and year after year, the effect is cumulative and hurtful, and not uncommonly could benefit from professional counseling. Opening up to such emotions is a sign of strength, not weakness, and a sure way to build a healthy and long-lasting resilience that will serve you well for the duration of your career. I know you're up to it. Last but not least, be aware and demonstrate your intrinsic leadership qualities. You simply could not have arrived at this stage of preparedness without having in you the seeds of future leaders. The opportunities for you to display this talent will exist abundantly. For starter, be a keen observer of your environment. We live in an imperfect world, and under the current conditions, there is so much one can do to make it better. Be a constructive engine for the better. If you find lost patients in the hallway, offer to orient them. If you find a nurse overwhelmed by the tasks at hand, offer to help. It could be as simple as helping a patient move from a stretcher to a bed. But it makes a big difference, and it will show that nurse that you care. Leadership, in the end, is how you view the world, your world. Do you face your problems with optimism? Leadership is about being goal-oriented and problem solver. Ultimately, leadership is about your behaviors. And I offer you the proposition that every encounter you have, be it with a superior, a classmate, a nurse, a patient, or a caretaker, every encounter without exception is an opportunity for you to show your leadership and your professionalism. I know that you have it in you. Go, be proud, and make us proud, and God bless.
Thank you, Dean Sawaya. I would like to ask Mr. Hadi Yazbek to deliver his address on behalf of the class of 2024.
Thank you, Dr. Kanafani. To my esteemed faculty, fellow friends, colleagues, and dear parents, it brings me great honor to stand in front of you tonight. I hope that I can gather enough courage to be able to speak without a stutter. To be honest, when I first started my medical journey 2 years ago, I thought that I would not even make it past the second month. As I'm sure you already know, a lot had to be sacrificed to get where we are right now. A lot had to be lost. Taking this first step into the unknown can be one of the scariest and toughest things to do. This uncertainty that we embark on can also be frustrating. We sometimes invest so many efforts without return that the burden of waiting for deserved blessings eventually seems to outweigh the blessings themselves. In fact, throughout this couple of years, I have come to realize that no feeling of reward really ever lasts as long as we want it to. And so, most of the time, we just end up running endlessly looking for fulfillment. This is why I have decided to stop for a moment and ask myself, what if I was looking for fulfillment in all the wrong places? And what if this deserved blessing that I was so eagerly waiting for lay not where I expected it to be? Reflecting on it this way, my friends, I hope to make you see today that what truly matters is what we learn along the journey. That the most valuable of blessings are in fact the ones we often miss in the rush of the moment. The reward at the end of the road is only ephemeral. And what stays with us in the end is the impact that we make around us. It's the skills that we learn, the character that we build, and of course, the friends that we make along the way. Brick by brick, we build our own little houses of memories, which eventually become the very treasure of life that can never be taken away from us. This is what we will be remembered for, my friends. Not the grades, not the prestige, not the ranking, not the titles, but the memories. I therefore invite you to appreciate this uncertainty of things and even embrace it. Because, sorry, okay. I got caught up in the moment. All right. I therefore invite you to appreciate and even embrace this uncertainty of things. And rather than weeping for the loss, cherish the opportunity of rebirth that it brings with it. And when the autumn trees shed their leaves in the fall to eventually give way to spring blossoms, grieve not over the falling leaves, but keep looking for the spring. We have spent the last 2 years studying and working like madmen and madwomen in order to achieve the golden standards that our university proudly boasts. Professors and staff have worked tirelessly to maintain educational excellence throughout unprecedented times. And so, hand in hand, student body and faculty have worked together and managed to overcome the most unimaginable of challenges. From starting the year beneath the shadows of a national tragedy, to getting caught in a complete lockdown of the country for more than a year, to facing skyrocketing fees, least I can say is, we have seen it all. But we stood our ground. We made it this far. And come hell or high water, I stand here confidently, and I know that we will make it further. My friends, for those of you who, like me, have lost count of all the sleepless nights, the breakdowns, the feelings of panics, of everything going to waste, the feeling of being crushed under the pressure, I hope that these made you grow stronger. I hope that these made you realize what you have accomplished, so that when you look back on everything one day, you can be proud of yourselves and of how far you have come. We now reach together a point where it is time to take another first step. The moment has come for us to put on our white coats and stand on the front lines of one of the most noble of humanitarian causes. A whole new experience of medicine awaits us, a whole new perspective. And the long-anticipated calling finally ignites from within. This is as exciting as it is frightening. But I know that we are in this together and will enjoy the ride. I trust that we are in good hands, and I have no doubt that our dear faculty will spare no effort in order to raise the beacon high and guide us along the way so that we can rise to all the challenges. Lastly, my dear friends, my dear colleagues, I would like to end this speech with one very last note. And if there's one thing that I wish you can take away with you tonight, it is this. Understand and value the gift of education. Do not ever miss a chance to learn when given the opportunity. Keep on educating yourselves. Be open to learning from people and allow the people to learn from you. Because it is when we keep the world busy with education that we keep it away from evil. While living through times that are not fair for everyone, I hope that we can find within ourselves the strength and perseverance to straighten the balance and even tip it towards the better, towards making this world a kinder place to live in, so that we may have life and have it more abundantly. Thank you.
Thank you, Hadi. We will now have a short musical interlude by the AUB Classical Music Club. Thank you very much. We will now proceed with the administration of the medical oath. Will the students please rise? In our profession, it is a custom established more than 2,000 years ago that all those admitted to the honors of the profession must first expressly take upon themselves its obligations. Now, therefore, in behalf of your elders, I call upon you to take, as we have taken before you, the oath which bears the name of Hippocrates. I shall read to you the pledge, after which you will be asked to signify your acceptance of it. Will my colleagues of the faculty please rise? I do solemnly pledge before my teachers and all those present to be true to this oath, I will be loyal to the ideals of the profession of medicine and its tradition of service to all human beings. I will care for my fellow human beings with compassion, empathy, and kindness. I will follow that treatment which, according to my ability and judgment, I consider for the benefit of patients while respecting their choices and beliefs. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous and will not perform any medical procedure for criminal purposes. Whatever I see or hear in the lives of people which ought not to be spoken abroad, I will keep secret. All my professional acts shall be for the benefit of the sick to the utmost of my power, holding myself aloof from any act of corruption and discrimination. In purity and uprightness, I will pass my life and practice my art. While I continue to keep this oath inviolate, may it be granted to me to enjoy life and the practice of the art respected by people in all times. Do you so promise? In keeping of this pledge, may each one of you be granted a long life of service and of honoring the profession which today honors you. Will my colleagues of the faculty please be seated? Congratulations to all students. We will now begin the distribution of the white coats. This year, the students will be sharing this event with their learning community's mentors who will accompany them on stage. Will each mentor and student please come forward when their name is called? Dr. Sawaya, Dr. Badr, please join us on stage. بس محمود شوي لعمر. Dr. Iman Abu Dalli, please come on stage. Ready? Ready? Mario Badr. وائل بركة. علاء الدين الغزاوي. بول الست. يارا غندور. بيرلا منصور. Thank you, Dr. Iman. Dr. Jumana Antoun. Karen Abi Shibel. Razan Diab. Nohal Yaman. حسين حجازي، نور نجار، فريد سكر، حنين طحان، فريدريز غيب، Thank you دكتور أنطون. دكتور باسل بشير، جاد أردقاني، نيكول شربل، سامية السيد، وائل حنا، كريم كوسة، جاد مراد، ريم سبليني، أنتوني يزبك، Thank you دكتور بشير. دكتور نبيل الأيوبي، ماريا الحوراني، مهدي عناني، نور باخس، طارق الهاشم، نبيل حلبي، جواد حب الله، كارين جبور، محمد مديحلي، أديل وطفة، ديانا أبو خاطر. إلي أيوب. جنى ديب الجلبوط. ناتالي استيلي. ملاك غزاوي. إيفا مالك. نديم نصر الله. جاد ثابت. يوسف زغيب. Thank you دكتور أيوبي. دكتور بياتريس خاطر. دانا عنداري. لين بصبوس. أليساندرو الخوري. مهدي حمادي. أليسيا خزيئة. منى مقدم. محمد سرحيني. أمين زهوة. نور أبي شقرة. مارك عطلة. روان دياب. الياس الطيار. فانيسا حلو. فارس لبس. مجد مزيحم. علي سليم. جاد زيتون. دكتور فوزي معلوف. كارل عرموني. مورجن بوزردان. ديما العويشق. ريان همدر. لين كوبايسي. حسن مقلد. توفيق سباعي. دانييلا زينون. Thank you دكتور معلوف. دكتور نسرين مكارم. ريتا القاضي. مناي بكار. لميس الحركة. محمد الجمال. جعفر هادي. أمل حلواني. أنطوان ملكي. عمر سردوك. ماريا ياسمين. Thank you دكتور مكارم. دكتور مروان رفعت. سلوى أبو الجود. جو عيد. جاستن غدية. أسامة عيسى. ريتا ماريا جلخ. مهدي منصور. لياس راضي. نارين تمبليان. Thank you, Dr. رفعت. Dr. مايا روماني. ميشيل المرديني. تاتيانا بالوكجي. جيسي الحوا. كميل قاضي. ألين خليل. يارا منسة. نتاليس عادي. سامي سمعان. عمر زين. Thank you, Dr. رفعت. دكتورة روماني, I'm sorry. Thank you, دكتورة روماني. دكتور أحمد. لورا دياب. لينا دمشقية. فراس حطوم. لورين حوراني. آية مطر. باسل مراد. ريان مروي. هادي يزبك. جنى زين الدين. Thank you, Dr. زغل. Dr. ألين زاخم. إيمي أبو سليمان. رولا خليل عساف. ماريا عزار. ساري فرج. كريم لقيس. راما ماضي. كريستال راضي. كريس رفول. Congratulations to all students. Please rise for the AUB alma mater. I would like to end by thanking Dr. Umayya Msharafi for her generous gifts to our students. Will the faculty members and the students please follow me to start the recessionals? Will the assembly please remain seated until the faculty and students have exited the hall? Please join us for a group picture outside on the stairs of the main gate and a small buffet. Thank you.